Welcome to Hungary, and its capital city, Budapest. It's a destination which has a special place in its heart for the sport of judo, and which now steps up to host the 2021 World Judo Championships, under the difficult conditions imposed by the COVID-19 pandemic. But the World Judo family has shown remarkable perseverance to keep tournaments running. And on the eve of the event here in Budapest, Mr. Marius Vizsla was unanimously re-elected as president of the IJF, as he looks to continue revolutionizing the sport. The scene for the championships would be the Laszlo Papp Arena, which thankfully had guidelines in place to be able to host a small crowd. With robust protocols in place to keep everyone safe, 14 individual world titles and the mixed team title were contested for the viewing pleasure of sports fans all around the world, as the stars of the World Judo Tour boasted both their physical prowess and the unique code of honour which distinguishes our sport. After a mesmerising opening ceremony, proceedings got underway. Who would triumph during this unique World Championships? We start with the men's under 60 kg division, where Iago Abuladze made it through to the final. Representing the Russian Judo Federation, he flaunted great skill in throwing and groundwork to have a chance to compete for his first world title. Guzman Kyrgyzbayev of Kazakhstan would be his opponent. He too showed off a mix of ground techniques and throwing techniques on his way to the gold medal matchup, eventually booking his spot with a golden score Wazari against Walid Kiar of France. Let's hear from our commentator, 1981 world champion Neil Adams, to see how the final unfolded. We join the bout with Abuladze Awazari ahead, thanks to a 10-second hold down.
Abuladze isn't finished yet. He's looking to finish this. Now then, he's taken a chance here. Oso to Gary. Osoto again. Changes direction. And he gets the Wazari Wazetti upon. And he is world champion. First time in 10 years. Kabalev was the last one, and look at this. Abuladze goes in for the Osoto, changes it to the front, then he changes it again. He had every intention of taking him over for the full Ippon, and that was magnificent. He really took a chance. He was a Wazari up, and he took the chance to get the Ippon. Abuladze is the new world champion at under 60 kilos.
There was a bronze medal for Spain to celebrate, as Francisco Garrigos defeated Kiar by a Wazari, with the other bronze going to Azerbaijan, when Karamat Husseinov countered Magjan Shamshiddin of Kazakhstan to earn his spot on the podium. There was an all-Japanese final at under 48 kilograms. On one side of the draw, Sonoda Natsumi saw off the favourite Distria Krasniki of Kosovo at the semi-final stage. Meanwhile, her compatriot Kogo Wakana also looked great, as she came storming through the other side of the bracket to make it to the final. But there, two Wazari scores would be her undoing, as the experience of Sonoda paid dividends. She was able to celebrate her first world title when she countered Koga to end the contest. There was another medal for Spain, as Julia Figueroa took one of the bronzes, whilst Monkbat gained yet another medal for her extensive collection when she took the other bronze. Sonoda received her check from Mr. Umar Kremlev, president of the International Boxing Association. Japan had another finalist at under 52 kilograms, as 2017 world champion Shishimi Ai faced yet another Spanish medal hopeful in Ana Perez Box. The contest was decided when Shishimi used her trademark Uchimata to score a Wazari, before persisting on the ground to secure a pin and win by Awazetti Ippon in the very same arena where she won her first world title. Fabian Kosher of Switzerland took one of the bronze medals, whilst Israeli prodigy Geffen Primo justified the lofty predictions being made about her future when she took the other bronze. As one to watch in the future, we joined Geffen and her sister Kerem for a game of Who Do You Think back in January. Here's what happened.
Without salt. Salos. Yeah. I like her judo. Yeah. She can do everything left, right.
She gets a lot.
I'm honest, but she didn't compete much.
For what does she get the most?
I mean, yeah. Like yesterday. Salos Arbame. But it's like mini me, so it's like 1 + 1. Salos Arbame.
Me?
Yes. And where's your bet? No. Salos Arbame.
I'm good child, not like you.
Oh, you too, but you're sweet. Salos Arbame. Yes. She's messy.
I'm not. You are messy.
אוקיי, כשאת מבשלת, מישהו תפרח את הכלים, אם את עושה מדיח, אם מקבל כניסה, אם מסדרת את החדר.
אני.
Salos Arbame.
So easy.
She sleeps at 8.
She doesn't sleep at night.
Yeah, I have sleep trouble. I'm a vampire or something. She lost the phone all the time, like.
It's not.
Okay, now listen. I cook healthier, okay? But if you want to stay fit and do it, then you
What
can
do you
take
make?
mine.
Perfect. What given make? Look, not good.
What? You use butter, sugar, I don't need the stuff. My best dish that I cook?
Egg.
מה, את מצאת ממש רע. ממש רע.
טונה.
ממש רע.
Without salt.
It's not nice. No. But I think not for a long time. Yeah, she's a star. You will see. But I still cook better, I think.
At under 66 kilograms, Japan had a reigning world champion defending his red back patch. But despite being the marked man in the division, Maruyama Joshiro will not be competing for Olympic gold this summer, as he lost out in a cutthroat one-match showdown to his compatriot Abe Hifumi. But he was still given the chance to come to Budapest to show the world what he is capable of. And although scrappier than usual, his trusty Uchimata nevertheless earned him a spot in the final. There he would face the top seed, Italy's Manuel Lombardo, who earned his spot in the gold medal match by defeating Yeldos Zumakanov of Kazakhstan, who would leave Budapest as world champion.
Minute and a half to go. Maruyama still on top here with attacks and certainly dominating. There's the Uchimata again. Tomonagi! That Tomonagi scores a Wazari. And he's had to work hard for it every step of the way. Lombardo has fought him really tactically very, very well. Stopped the Uchimata, but in the end gets the draw for the Tomonagi and takes Lombardo over. And Maruyama now just needs to hold off, and he has defended his world title. It's been a really hard day. He had to dig deep, but Maruyama showed his class, and he beats Lombardo for the gold medal, his second consecutive world title. Great respect from these two. And look at the draw he gets from this Yoko Tomonagi. He draws him forwards, and in the end, he gets the Wazari. He had to find the gap. He had to find the way in. He found it in the end. And in the end, look at this. What respect they have for each other.
Bronze medals went to Yondon Perenli Bashku of Mongolia and Yakub Shamilov of the Russian Judo Federation, with the medals being awarded by Greco-Roman wrestling legend Mr. Alexander Karelin, as once more Maruyama saluted his anthem. There was a tense Canadian showdown at under 57 kilograms between Jessica Klimkate and reigning world champion Krista Deguchi. With the nation's one Olympic place in the balance, Deguchi faltered, losing by Wasari to Tamaoki Momo of Japan. She would instead fight for bronze against Germany's Theresa Stoll.
Stoll still coming forwards, and Deguchi knows one more Shido and it's all over! Oh, it is now! Oh, I feel for her because she was coming forwards and she just gets caught by Stoll. Stoll does a makikomi, and Deguchi, she's had a rough day, and what can you say? The defending world champion gets thrown by Stoll. Stoll, credit to her, took her opportunity. That big arm over the back there, Soto Makikomi, and she keeps hold of that arm there, and she is absolutely delighted. She has got a bronze medal at the World Championships.
The other bronze medal went to Kosovo's Nora Jakova, who defeated Serbia's Marisa Perisic by a Wasari. Meanwhile, Klimkate knew that the door to the world title lay ajar, and she seized the chance with both hands, blasting her way to the final using her trademark dropping attacks. She then did what Deguchi could not in defeating Tamaoki. Her world-conquering moment came in golden score when she threw for a Wasari with a Kouchigari to finish a perfect day for the new Canadian number one. Mr. Raffaele Chiuli, president of the Global Association of International Sports Federations, awarded her medal, while she received her prize money from world-famous singer Albano Carisi. Favourite for under 73 kilogram gold was 2017 world champion Hashimoto Soichi of Japan. The top seed is one of the World Judo Tour's most stylish competitors, and he showed why in his match with Neil Stump of Switzerland, throwing deftly with Taya Toshi for a brilliant Ippon win. He then faced Tommy Matthias of Sweden at the semi-final stage. And Matthias hadn't read the script. After a grueling match, he bundled Hashimoto over for a Wasari, booking a place in the final and guaranteeing his nation a first World Championship medal since 1986. Meanwhile, Hungarian judo fans were excited to see Ungvari Miklos progress all the way to the quarter-finals in his last ever World Championship. The 40-year-old rolled back the years to set up a match with Lasha Shavdatuashvili of Georgia. The 2012 Olympic champion, who defeated Ungvari in the final there, looked on fire and once again proved a thorn in Ungvari's side as he defeated the Hungarian once again. And after a repechage defeat to Azerbaijan's Hidayat Heidarov, Ungvari's career was over. Mr. Marius Vizar, the president of the IJF, did not miss the chance to congratulate him as he was sent off in style. Shavdatuashvili would go on to defeat Matthias to take his first world title, adding to his own glittering career resume. Hashimoto gained a consolation prize with a typically emphatic victory against Heidarov to win one of the bronze medals. And there was joy for Turkey as Bilal Seloglu scored a Wasari against Turayev of Uzbekistan to reward his nation's continued investment in judo with a World Championship medal. After Matthias took silver for Sweden, they later took their second medal of the championships when Marcus Niemann defeated Nagasawa for bronze at under 90 kilograms. Having waited since 1986, when it was Niemann's mother who medalled, Sweden now had a silver and a bronze to celebrate. We spoke to their coach, Robert Eriksson, about how much this result means to him and his small team.
It's always been haunting me, because whatever I have done, we have done good world championships, we have 5th places, we have 2 5th places in Tokyo, but still no medal. So somehow I can never cross that barrier. Even if I have as much success as a national coach, this was still there. The last time we had a medal in the World Championships was 1986 by Elisabeth Karlsson, which is Marcus' mother. So 4 years before she had Marcus, she had a world medal. Yeah, Marcus has been on the circuit for a long time. He was European champion in 2010 when he was 20 years old, and then he retired, and he started again. He's one of the most special guys in the World Judo Tour, for sure. I think he's the only one who is working in a full-time physical construction work where he builds elevators by himself every day between 7 and 4. And this he's been doing all his career since he finished school in 2009 or something. It's not about money, it's about his lifestyle, what he want to do and what gives him harmony in the life. When we go back home to Sweden on Monday morning, he will be back in work in the elevator shaft. But he loves it, he doesn't want to do anything else, and I think this gives him a good balance in life that makes him successful. So I don't want to change it either. Actually, I don't remember the first meeting with Tommy. I do, of course. He was with us in the national team, but he was very small at that time, like he was a kid. And Tommy had a judo, who was great, but he didn't have the strength and conditioning for his judo. What do you say? The pieces fall together, and everything started to work for him, with the judo, with the physics, with the mental. We talk about the fight, what to do, and I said, we don't leave this place without the medal. Not one more time, and he didn't. The happiness of the athletes when they succeed, it's nothing can replace that. You know, I followed them since they were kids, 14, 15 years old. They didn't know how to tie their belts, and now they're fighting for medal in the World Championships. It's amazing to be on that journey. We can finally say we did the best World Championships ever for Sweden in history, and this means so much for me, for Tommy, for Marcus, for the whole team. We are a small team. We work so hard together, 200 days a year for 10 years. It's an amazing feeling when we finally can get a prize from it.
At under 70 kilograms, Croatian judoka Barbara Matic finally came up big at senior level. The talent which saw her show so much promise as a junior was clear to see as she made it through to the final. Ono Yoko would be her opponent. The Japanese veteran scored ippon with this uchimata against Gemma Howell of Great Britain, before showing how dangerous she can be on the ground, strangling Brazil's Maria Portela. The final between Ono and Matic would have a dramatic climax.
It's the last minute, and it's anybody's match, this. It really is. Shido piece. Oh, she's got it. Matic has got it. Now, can she hold off? Because Ono will put her under pressure here. This is Ono's chance. Can she get? Oh, she's going for the shimmy waza. She's got the koshi jimmy. Matic, can she hold off? If she's looking at the clock now, she's got, 20 seconds to hold off. She's a wazaria. And Ono can't quite get the leverage here. She's trying to get the leverage, and she goes again on it. 7 seconds to go. Matic holds off, and this is remarkable stuff. Oh, the bell's gone, and Matic is Croatia's world champion. That was magnificent. Now they celebrate, and she just had to hold off there because that was Ono's chance. She knew it as well. A little bit more time, it might have been a bit different, but there was the score. Taniotosh gets the wazari, but then she stayed on her front a little bit too long. And Ono tried the shimiwaza, but Matic held off, and Matic has become the world champion.
Michaela Polares took one of the bronze medals for Austria, and Sanne van Dijk turned defence to attack against Germany's Miriam Butgereit, securing a pin to win bronze for the Netherlands. The medals were awarded by Mr. Hussein Al Musalam, President of the International Swimming Federation. The under 78 kilogram division saw Madeleine Malonga of France out to defend her world champion's red back patch, and ippons with Uchimata and Ouchigari saw her making it through to the final, where she would face Anna Maria Wagner of Germany. She also looked threatening, scoring ippon with Ouchigari against Antonina Shmaleva to book her place in the final. And a date with destiny. a golden score Uchimata for Wasari dethroned Malonga and left Wagner celebrating her first world title. What a moment for her and her country. Umeki took one of the bronze medals against Anastasia Turchin of the Ukraine, with the other bronze going to an elated Hoesje Steenhuis of the Netherlands, after an emotional bout with her retiring compatriot Mahinda Verkerk. Having battled for domestic ascendancy for so long, the mutual respect and adoration between the pair was clear to see. And there wasn't a dry eye inside the arena as Verkerk kissed the tatami and said farewell to her competitive judo career. The under 81 kilogram division saw Belgium's Matthias Casse as the top seed. Beaten in the final by Israel's Sagi Muki 2 years ago, he was determined to go one better this year and powered his way to the final with this ippon against Brazil's Eduardo Udi Santos, a highlight. Georgia's explosive young talent, Tato Grigolashvili, awaited him there. After a Sienagi ippon against Alexios Instantidis of Greece, he dismantled Casse's teammate Sami Ciucci, throwing him for a huge ippon. He then surprised Dutchman Frank de Witt with a stunning Tayatoshi to emphasize the sheer range of breathtaking judo he has at his disposal. But in the final, Casse would prove the smarter, scoring ippon to become world champion and the clear #1 in the division. De Witt came back to take another bronze medal for the Netherlands. Whilst there was a moment to savour for Anri Egutidze of Portugal, who defeated Sharafidin Boltabayev of Uzbekistan via Wasari to earn the second bronze on offer. The medals were awarded by Mr. Morinari Watanabe, IOC member and president of the International Gymnastics Federation. Matthias Casse, 24 years old and world champion. Who better for our latest Meet Your Judoka feature?
I started judo when I was 6 years old. In the beginning, I just did judo to have fun with my friends, but at a later stage, I liked the competitions more and more. I liked the feeling of winning, and I continued trying to be the best judoka I could be. My favorite throw is definitely Seonagi. I do it both standing and drop, but I prefer the standing one because it looks way cooler when you manage to throw. I definitely do love Niwaza, and my favorite technique must be Chuji, because it's very fast and effective. I don't really have any heroes, but I do look up to my big brother Vincent. Certainly when I was younger, he was an example for me. He was like better in everything than I was, and it was nice to have someone with a leading role. I think one of my favorite judokas is Lasha Shavdatuashvili. He has a great judo style, but also his work ethic is amazing, and he's just a super nice guy. Also, he has an Olympic title, a European title, and a world title. He's a complete judoka. It's hard to pick one favorite movie, but in general, I'm a big fan of Disney movies. For example, The Lion King. I used to watch it over and over as a kid. During the competitions, I listen to all kinds of stuff. It goes from Red Hot Chili Peppers to Linkin Park to Nifx. It's just a whole random playlist. It's hard to pick one favorite food because there are so many good things, but ice cream is definitely up there. For the competitions, I always take a treat for afterwards. For this competition, I took the bouchées from Côte d'Or. They're delicious. Like, I wouldn't call it a hidden talent because a lot of people know about it, but I can solve a Rubik's Cube in under a minute. I wouldn't call him my biggest rival, but it's a special rivalry. Sami is from the same country as I, and there is only one spot for the Olympics, so it was, for me, really nice to have someone who was always motivating me. He was pushing me to do better, and I think this is very beautiful in the sport. There are a few great moments on the IJF World Tour. One of them is winning my first Grand Slam in Paris, but also winning the World Championships is something like, it's still unreal to me, and I'm very, very proud of myself that I managed to do this. I think judo is a very unique sport. It has a very strict moral code and important values, but it's also really competitive, and since I love competition, I love to be the best, judo is the perfect sport for me.
The reigning under 100 kilogram world champion saves his best judo for this event. With no other World Judo Tour golds to his name, something about the big stage makes Portugal's Jorge Fonseca come alive.
Cross grip Fonseca! Oh, Gary! Oh, wow! He's got the sleeves! Sona Kamigoshi, he goes once and then twice! Oh, what a score from Fonseca! Fonseca's got the sleeve. Oh, he's gone again! Look at that, right the way underneath, and over the top he goes. And Fonseca's through.
On the other side of the draw, Serbia's Alexander Kukuli was having the day of his life. Passed over for Olympic selection at under 90 kilograms, he needed to make the final in order to qualify for the Olympics in this weight division. And he did just that. With some great judo on display, he upset the odds and also knocked out the favourite, Valam Lipitiliani. The Georgian would go on to defeat Corel for one of the bronze medals on offer, before heading to the stands to cheer on his teammate, Ila Sulemanidze, as he defeated Shadi Elnahas of Canada to take the second bronze and round off a great day for Georgia. Kukuli now had the unexpected task of preparing for a World Championship final against a man possessed.
Halfway through this contest, Kukulia just doing everything to quell that Sodi. Now then, oh, he's got the grip! Oh, and he's underneath again! He just managed to stop the hip on there, Kukulia, but he goes over his hip, catches the back of Fonseca. Fonseca drives, and he gets the Wazari. Didn't quite have the entry there, but it didn't make any difference. The hip movement was huge. Fonseca has the sleeve again. Kukulia tries to get the arm over the top. Oh, what a change of direction that was. Absolutely magnificent. And Fonseca has won his second world title. And that was brilliant change of direction. Pulls on for the Sodi, and of course Kukulia was sold on it. He just reacted in exactly the right way, and he just changes with a nice neat little kouchi there, and he drives him backwards. This man has been absolutely magnificent all day, and he always saves his best to the big occasion. Look at that. Celebrations, and that is the Georgian team celebrating with him. That's how popular he is.
The day of the heavyweights saw Japan back in control, as Asahina Sera made it through to the final with some big judo, as she looked to reclaim the world title she lost 2 years ago in Tokyo. Her opponent was also Japanese. Tomita Wakaba showed equally impressive skill throughout the day, as she set up a final which promised much but unfortunately failed to deliver. A dull contest was decided when Tomita was disqualified, with the highlight being the kindness of Asahina, as she carried her injury-stricken teammate from the tatami and even had time to bow. There was a brace of Brazilian bronzes, with Maria Suelen Altaman defeating the great Idalis Ortiz of Cuba, and Beatriz Souza overcoming Julia Tolafur of France to cap off a great day for judo's South American powerhouses. In the male heavyweight division, Japan were looking to reclaim the title they covet more than any other, with Kageura Kokuro selected as the man to do it, and head coach Inui Kose's decision was justified, as Kageura made it through to the final with a mix of clinical groundwork, including this Juji Gatami armbar against Jur Spikers of the Netherlands, and sublime throwing ability, such as this Kouchi Makikomi against Finland's Martti Pumalainen. The in-form Tamerlan Bashayev would contest the final against him. Representing the Russian Judo Federation, he also used a mixture of groundwork and throws to progress during the day, eventually defeating the dangerous Georgian Gela Zalishvili at the semi-final stage. After Roy Mayer took one of the bronze medals for the Netherlands, Bashayev would try to spoil Japanese hopes of reclaiming the prize of the heavyweight world title.
Kagura, can he do it? They haven't won a world heavyweight plus 100 kilos title for 18 years. Drops Sianagi, and that's going to be a score. And Bashayev gets caught with his own technique. And Wazari scored, and he went off the same lapel there, Kagura, and yes, he gets the landing. So now Kagura, 17 seconds left on the clock, and now it's Bashayev goes underneath. Bashayev looks for the arm, oh my goodness me, and he's in the hold. Can he hold him? And Kagura just manages to turn out. Oh my goodness me, and the bell goes, and that was very, very close there. He nearly made a mistake there, Kagura. And Bashayev must have thought, oh, I've got him, I've done it. But it wasn't to be. Kagura wins the world title. First time in 18 years at plus 100 kilos, and that was a great result for Japan and for Kagura. Kept his cool and just managed to get out there, didn't he? He thought, I've got to hold on to the score. He is world heavyweight champion, and look at the celebrations there from the great Inui. There is the Sianagi there, comes off the opposite shoulder, but he gets the landing. Bashayev lands on his side, and a Wazari scored. Crucial Wazari. This means so much to Japan because this is the one they like to win. And going into the games, they'll be full of confidence. This is where it nearly all went wrong here. Bashayev comes in, Sianagi's on the arm, and Kagura, he has to somersault over the top. When he does that, he lands in the hold here. Bashayev, at this moment, thinks, I might have this. But Kagura just manages to turn out. And with the seconds ticking away, he becomes the plus 100 kilos world champion. So together, Inui and Kagura have brought the plus 100 kilos category back to Japan.
A World Championships brings with it some of the finest judo skills of any event. And in Budapest, sports fans were treated again and again to the thumping sound of ippon throughout the 7-day event. With so many amazing techniques, all meaning so much to those executing them, it's a hard task to select a list of top ippons. But with beauty very much in the eye of the beholder, here is our shortlist. So, in at number 5, we have Esposito of Italy against Manoukian of the Ukraine.
Manoukian has the sleeves here. Now, is he going to go for it? Esposito's got to attack. Oh, he's made a mistake. Osoda Gary there, and he overreached. And, wow, what can you say about that? You go for it, but paid the price there. Manoukian just counters him with a fantastic Osoto to Osoto. Cernovitsky, so much experience. She'll need it here. Now, got him for the Sony! Oh, brilliant stuff. As soon as she had the sleeve, I was just about to say, she's got to go in. And she did. Look at the stretch she gets there. Brilliant. Hips go across. The arm's not quite there, but she makes a readjustment there. And as she does so, she goes over the top. Kitara Martin looking for the Sienagi. Now he goes in. But look at that, Minku's round the back here. Is he gonna let him go? No, he's not. Oh my goodness, changes of direction here. Somebody's gonna go! And it's Minku who does the Kouchi in the end. Kitara Martin was attacking, Minku attacks, and in the end, the changes of direction, but a massive Kouchi Gak scores a massive ippon. Minku with the arm around the back, looking for the Sodi here, but Shemilov not having it. Oh, what a change of direction that was. Minku committed, and Shemilov, look at the hip movement. That was massive. Minku committed, went in for the Kosoto, but Shemilov sidesteps it and catches him with his own technique.
An ippon which wins a world medal is always extra special, which is why our top ippon came when Zalishvili faced Yakiv Kamo of the Ukraine for bronze at over 100 kilograms. Kamo is a big thrower and had already produced a contender for our list during the day when he threw Austria's Stefan Hegyi with Sienagi. Would he have more magic up his sleeves against Zalishvili? We joined the match with Kamo leading by Wazari.
Kamo is absolutely on top of this. Big arm over the back. They're both looking for the same. Oh, look at that! What a technique that was! Their arms were around the back there, and it was full commitment. Look at the hip movement there. Yoko Gaki catches the foot, and it was the big control of the upper part of the body there. Big hip movement, and he just controls him all the way over. Bronze medal for Kamo, and that was superb. It really was. Fully committed. Throw of the tournament.
The IJF is constantly innovating, and this year saw the introduction of a new augmented reality graphics package for our TV viewers to enjoy.
At the 2021 World Judo Championships here in Budapest, Hungary, we tried to provide new graphic system and a new experience for the entire judo family. So basically in the crane we have several sensors that give some data to a machine that then goes to our computers in our software from Double T Vision, and our engine provides all the movements and all the data that the camera does. So up, down, tilts, from the crane itself and also from the camera. From that point, our software can read all the data and we can place the graphic wherever we want in the tatami, giving that 3D perspective of a graphic. That is something that we never seen in judo before. I think for the people at home, it's a different experience, and we really want to bring the broadcasts in a new level.
The under 63 kilogram division saw one of world judo's brightest stars in action. Clarisse Agbegnanu is the ultimate judoka and was gunning for her 5th world title here in Budapest. The French phenom looked relaxed in the morning, but switched to business mode once she entered the tatami. She won her first contest using a hold down. She then threw for ippon. Next, she used an arm lock, before finally securing her spot in the final with a strangulation technique. 4 ways of winning. The result, the same each time. Andrea Leski of Slovenia would face her in the final. The highlight of her day, this huge Sodi Surikomigoshi against Sandrine Billier of Cape Verde. But Agbegnanu is a special athlete. Leski faced an uphill battle in the final.
Agbegnanu definitely on top here, but still can't get a score. Arm over the back now. And credit to Leski, she's doing a good job keeping her out. Now what's going to happen? Soto Makukomi's going to happen. And she's into the hold down now. Just needs 10 seconds and she will have yet another world title. It'll be her 5th world title, and Leski can't quite get out. 10 seconds goes. Oh, it was 9 seconds, and now she holds her again. So she holds her for 9 seconds, and then Leski gets out, but now it's all over. And this lady here, Agbeg Nanu, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This lady is so consistent. What a performance she's had today. And of course, Trisignac not here, but would she have stopped her? Soto Makikomi into the first hold down. Scores the Wazari there. Doesn't let her go to ground. Soto Makikomi into Yushiro Kesagatami. And she's holding there for her 5th world title. The tears say it all. Big celebrations from the French, and she's going for the double, this lady, I tell you, and who can stop her? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now, who can stop her? Winning Olympic gold.
Anja Obradovic defeated Enriquelis Barrios to earn one of the bronze medals for Serbia. While Sana Vermeer produced a cracking ippon against Brazilian veteran Ketlin Quadros to take the 2nd bronze for the Netherlands. But there was no doubting the champion. Agbeg Nanu is truly on top of the world. We finish at under 90 kilograms, where Nicolae Shirazadishvili of Spain was on the hunt for a 2nd world title. His sporting attitude and explosive throwing skills have made him a fan favourite, and he did not disappoint here in Budapest. His big Uchimata was on display as he stormed through the eliminations, eventually throwing Japan's Nagasawa Kenta for ippon to secure a place in the final. His opponent there would be Uzbekistan's Davlat Bobanov, whose biggest moment was this quarter-final ippon against Kazakhstan's Islam Bozbayev. Meanwhile, there were scenes of jubilation inside the Laszlo Paparina as Todd Christian took bronze. Denied back in 2017, this year he was able to do it, much to the joy of the small but vocal crowd. Now, could Bobanov defeat judo's poster boy Shirazadishvili in the final?
Coming up to the 2-minute mark in golden score. Somebody's going to commit. It's Bobanov. Oh, what a mistake that was. Oh, my goodness me. Went for the Kosoto, and Shirazadishvili just changed the direction for the Ouchigari and buries it. And that is the 2nd world title for Shirazadishvili. Oh, look at that. The emotion there from the Spanish. That was immense. Look at the celebration. Look at the smile on his face. Look. And now the celebrations begin. Picks coach up and they cry together. It was Bobanov. Wow, he thought, I'm going to have a go here, but do you attack the leading leg of an Uchimata man? Oh no, you don't. And here it goes, look. Kosoto didn't climb on top of it, but Shirazadishvili changes the direction. The support leg comes back. He drives off the support leg and he gets a massive Ouchigari there, and he just directs him onto his back. Shirazadishvili wins his 2nd gold medal for Spain, and that puts them 3rd in the medal tally. Amazing result for Spain, and what a performance from Bobanov. Such great respect for each other, and this is what makes our sport so very special. The Olympic Games is just around the corner, and who can stop this man winning the under 90 kilos category? A 2-time world champion, and what a world championships this has been.
So that's it from a memorable World Championships here in Budapest. Once again, the stars of the World Judo Tour did not disappoint, providing an example of sporting behaviour to all athletes, and showcasing what a truly dynamic spectacle judo can produce. Very soon, our judo heroes will be competing for Olympic glory, when the eye of the world will be upon them, as they battle for a place in the history books. But for now, we turn our attention to the immediate future and all the thrills and excitement of the World Mixed Team Championships. We'll see you there.